My voice is audible, right? Just wait 2 minutes. So we will start the meeting. Wait for your friends. The informed estimate sessions. We are not admitting the students who late joining. Already it's 1-2. Inform your friends to join the meeting immediately. Otherwise, you will not admit to the meeting. And regarding platform and all, don't ask me anything. Regarding the platform issues and some other issues, Discord link and all, don't ask me anything. There is another one for queries only. The session will be conducted. You mention your issues there, so they will resolve. Here, you have to ask me a question regarding the sessions. That's it. So yesterday I given a task, right? Did you all complete the yesterday task? So all of you are completed the yesterday's task. No one having any issues and all. Okay, Anish, you just check your code. Like you correctly mention your image name and all. Check your greeting image function and check your image name will be displayed or not in the code. Yesterday I already told you sometimes it is not showing any errors, but still you miss some steps. So in that image, if you are mentioning your image name will be some other names, it will not show in the greeting image function. If you are miss any steps and all, it is not showing. So is any others having any issues to get an output? I already told you regarding platform, don't ask me anything. And if the texts are overlapping and all, you just increase the values, the front font size values and the line height, whichever we given the values right in the s.sp, increase those values and use that column or row. Don't forget to call that column function as the row functions. I can, okay, some of them are having so many doubts regarding these things. Just give me a second. I will open my Android Studio and all. After that, I will show you the code. Okay, just wait a second. I will share my screen and you can see that code. So you can see my screen, right? My screen is visible, right? Okay. So you can see, like this is a full of import list. This is full of import list. So in that class main activity, you have to, in the set content, you have to describe your greeting text and greeting image functions. You are calling the two functions. You have to mention the two functions in that set content. In the set content, you have to mention both the two functions. And another one thing, if you are facing any errors like in these things, and it is not necessary to do these things, but I will tell you, if it is not showing any some other things, you just clear this inner paddings in the both the side and type it for that, give that padding values, give the just padding values. And here the scaffold, change it for the surface. Try once these changes. I think I already told you these changes, right? And after that, this is your composable, like a greeting text function. If your text is like, if your message will be overlapping, if your message is overlapping, how to call this column function. Make sure you already call this column function, and like giving that font size, line height will be correct in the correct values. You can change, decrease or increase these values sometimes. but make sure you are calling this column function or the row function. If you want your message to be in the row wise or in the horizontal way, you can call a row function. But if you want your message to be displayed in the vertical or the column wise, you can call it as column function. For both the text messages, you have to give the font size, line height, and the alignments, text align. And after that, we are calling this greeting image. And another one thing, while you are calling this greeting image, the paint resources uh, in that line. In that line, the Android Studio suggested some other lines. Don't go with the other lines. You have to type it as in paint resources order drawable, whichever the name you are giving to your image, whichever the name you are giving to your image, you have to mention that one. Don't type it as an Android party. You have to mention that whichever the name you are giving it to your image. And also this box function, this box text you have to call it, and after that this is all same, that image and the greeting text, what and all the message we are describing here. And at last in the preview, you are calling the both, you are mentioning both the functions, greeting text and the greeting image. So got it right? Okay, I will be little louder. If R as an error, you have to import for that R. You just take your cursor and check what are all the import options will be there and select one import. I can give you the import list. That's why I'm giving this much help only. You have to do by your own the all other things because we are already completed this session. I just give you an import list. I'm giving this import list. Check with once from this list. So today we are moving on to the session 4. Right. The session 4 is your practice session. What and all the informations like what and all you have learned in this complete sessions 3, from the session 1 to session 3, what and all you have learned about the Kotlin and Android Studio and programming and all, you have to make use of that one to complete this session 4. To complete the session 4, you have to make use of all the 3 sessions informations. So what is like what it is in the session 4 is in the session 4 there are only 2 code labs. Only 2 code lab links will be there. So and in that the one is of compose basics. The one is of compose basics. I'm just orally telling you all what and all the information is there and what you have to do for completing this session 4. Okay, I'm not sharing any screens and all. So in the session 4, there is only two links. The two code lab links will be there. One is of Compose Basics and another one is of practice session Build an Business Card app. So for building a business card app, you have to build by your own. You have to build by your own. I will not show you any codings or any changes, anything I will not show. This is your practice for building an app. This is way similar to the Happy Birthday card. So you have to build by your own only. So for building that one, for building the business card app, that another one code lab will be there, right? So basic compose. So the compose basics code lab. So in that code lab, they are giving some information how to implement, how to given features to your UI for your screen, how to given features and how to align the texts, how to get in like how to bold the text messages, where like where we have to align those texts in the middle, center, like in the middle, top, bottom, or any other spaces. And also they are dividing the screen, like they are giving the information of how to part the your screen for the quadrants, like four parts. That code lab is too small. In that code lab, they are just telling you that how we can align those text messages and how can we changing that font sizes and how we are going to get an icons, the icon images and all, how to put it. They are just take an example. If you are taking in one screen, one if you are taking one mobile screen, so in that screen they are telling like how to just do partitions. In the top page I want an image, and after that I want one heading like subtitles or headings in a text format, and after that like some theory or summaries will be there. How can I manage to assign these in the screens? So for you, if you are create like I will just take an example of a business card only. Okay. While taking the example of business card, I will tell you like what it is in the compose basics. In the compose basics code lab, what and all the information they are giving, I will take an example of a business card and I will tell you. So for your business card, you want one icon. Just icon means just one simple image or some images. Icon, you can see that Android icon will be there. So like that, you want some icons, and after that you have to put it your name and what's your business name. So you have to give in two text, and after that you are giving an your contacts details, phone number, email address, and location. They are asking this much information only in your business card. They wanted this much information. If you want any other further informations, I want like in my business card, I want another features and like another informations to be displayed. You can add it. Otherwise, they are simply asking one icon, your name, your business name, and then your contact details and all. So these and all the informations is there. How can you like assign these informations in the screen? What places will be like what are all the places, in which place this name will be displayed, in which place the details, contact details will be displayed. I have to decide. So for that they are like you just divide the screen some partitions. So in that part I wanted the icon, and in the next part I wanted the name and all. So like this you have to for assigning those things, for assigning like in that card we are assigning the icon will be in the middle, will be in the middle of the screen, and after the icon that your name will be displayed, and after that your business name will be displayed. the font size of your name and the business card name will be different. The business name will be, the font size is lesser than your name, and the contact informations details will be displayed in the bottom. In the bottom, vertically they are arranged. First thing, the phone number. You have to add a phone icon. Phone icon you have to add, and then your phone number will be displayed. And after that, the next line, the email icon will be displayed, and then your email ID will be displayed. And you can add any location and all. Add any other information wherever you want. So in that compose basics, they are just telling that how to build your UI much better, way better looking. How to build your UI, they are telling. And another will be that the session for that you have to build in your business card. That's it for the session 4. So for today's task, you have to do that. You have to build your business card app. Got it right? So this is all about the session 4. So this is all about the session 4. We can move on to the session 5 because we have to complete all the sessions before in the next week. After that, you have to do your project for making, like, you have to build in one complete app, workable app. So for that, it is taking too much time, right? So for giving in project and all, we are making these sessions to be faster. It is in one page business card, one screen. It is not page, it is on screen, on screen. After completing the session 4 and session 5, you will get another one, like another sessions. So after that, in that sessions only, you are going to make multiple screens. A task is just you have to build your business card app. That's it. And it will added in the later, in the final, at the end of the meeting, I will tell you what and all the tasks you have to do in today. Yes, it is the upgraded version. Like it is way similar to Happy Birthday card. Just you are what you are changing is that you're just adding some icons. You are just adding some icons, and for your business card, if you want image, you can add an image. Otherwise, you can just use your background color. Either you can add add in any images, or either you just use a background color. This business card app is just a practice, like you are learning what and all the things you are using in the greeting card and the happy birthday card. You just use all those things, how to use all those things in the business card. This is just an practice those functions and all to remember that one. So we can move on to the session 5. It is all about Kotlin fundamentals, and this is full of theory. So I just, in the starting only, I will tell you this session 5 is a full of theory. This theory code lapses and all will be, you have to go through by your own. and read it. Why we are just telling, like I am just briefly telling what and all the topics will be there, and in the simple way I will try to understand the topics. And another one thing, please remember this thing, like what I am teaching, all these steps, all the resources will be available in the PDF, like available in that LMS platform. And I also mentioning that we are doing the session 4 and we are doing session 5. I'm mentioning that what session we are doing. So by tomorrow, you have to complete the session 4 and session 5 also. We will continue in the session 5. And someone like Balaji, you are asking session 3 and 4, we should submit in the LMS. You have to submit in the LMS. How to complete that assessments, to do labs, ADK, and all those things. And another one thing, whenever we completed the sessions, after completing all the links, there is one quiz is coming. Like one quiz will be given. When you completed the quiz, you just gotten one badge. I hope you all know this thing. Did you all know or not? Did you all completed that quiz? Like I'm asking quiz, not an assessments and all. So when you open one code lab, you just click on after reading all this information, all you after clicking on next, after last button will be the done. When you click on the done button, some code lapses will be there, like all the code lapses list will be shown. So in that you can see that quiz option will be there. You have to go to that quiz option and complete your quiz. After that, you can get an badge. After completing the quiz, you get an badge. Yes. Like Raksha, I didn't understand what you are saying. In the code lab, you are talking about, and most of the time, I will tell you that if you are mentioning anything in the chat, if you are messaging me, please do it in the full form. Don't think about it is on your WhatsApp chat. I am talking about the quiz. So we can move on to the session 5. The session 5 is of Kotlin fundamentals. The session 5 is of Kotlin fundamentals. And in that session 5, we are learning about some topics like conditionals in Kotlin, nullability, classes, objects, and function types, and a lambda expression. These 5 things we will learn: conditionals, nullability, classes and objects, function types, and lambda expressions. These are the filings, like 5 topics you have to learn in this session 5. So first thing, the first link is of conditionals in the Kotlin. So did anyone tell me why we are using conditionals and what is conditionals first of all? You just mention in the chat what is conditional and why we are using that one in the programming. Quickly mention what is conditionals or why we are using conditionals in the program. Just mention that one. No one knows what is conditionals. I'm not asking what are the conditional statements. I'm asking why, what is the function, why we using conditional statements in the program? Why? Otherwise, what is conditional? Okay. So many of them are giving answers. So the conditions are like we are using the conditionals in the program to make a decision. Simple thing. Just making decision, we are using the conditions. Right. The conditions we are using just to like the condition function is of making decision. Taking decision in the program, we are using the conditions. I will give an real time, like a real life example. What is decision making and all. Just I will give a simple example. You just think if it is raining outside, you have to go out. You have to go out, but it is raining outside. So what decision you are taking? You have taken the decision. Okay, I will take an umbrella because outside is the raining. So like this in the programming also, in the program also have to take an decisions. This condition is applicable. This condition is true or false. For those confusions, we are using the conditionals. So in the Kotlin, we are using the if else when statements. In Kotlin, we are using the if else statement and a when statement. So if else statements, you are all knowing this thing because in every programming language, almost every programming language, we are using this if else conditions. So first thing, just while using only if condition, only if, not an else, only if that if condition, if block condition will be true, the program will run. Otherwise, it will showing error, right? Only while doing an or like while using only if statement, only if block we are using. So in the if block condition, if the condition is true, the program will run. Otherwise, it will show error. But in the if else statement, in the if else statements, if else statements we will use when we want to check a condition. When we are wanted to check condition if it is true or not, we will use that if else statements. So how we checking this if else? Like there are two conditions: if block condition and else block condition. So if the if block condition is false, if the if block condition is false, the else block condition will run. In the two condition, if one condition is false, the other condition will run. So I will give an example how it will work and all. Like you just take an example like we have one number. We are having one number. So I want to check the conditions like if that number is greater than 10 or lesser than 10. So I will give that statements like conditions in the if condition, in the if block condition, I will give that the number is big, and in the else condition, I will give the condition is number is small. So if I run if I run the conditions, if that number is bigger than 10, it will print the output as a number is big. Otherwise, it will print the output as a number is small. If the if condition is false, it will run that else condition. Right? Understand, right? If else statements. We can also use multiple conditions like using else if and all. If we are having two conditions, we have to check the conditions. If it is true or false, we are using if else statements. This is simple. If you want to deeply about the if else statements, you have to go through with the code labs, and there they are mentioning all about if else statements, all the details about the if else statements. You can go through with the code labs. Now I am just simply telling you that what is if else. If else conditions we are using for checking the conditions. If we are having the two conditions, if we are having two conditions, we are using the if else statement for check the condition. If the first condition is true, it will run. Otherwise, if the first condition is false, it will run the second condition. Simple. And another one statement in the column we are using when. That when statement is used when we are having in many possible conditions. If we are having a many possible conditions, you can tell if you can ask me, ma'am, if we are having too many conditions, you can use the else if also, but it is look like too messy. If we are having if condition, else condition, if conditions, if else conditions, we are having too much lines to created that one. So it will look like a messy. So for that, we are using the when statement. For that, we are using the when statements. It is similar to that switch statements in other languages. In other languages, the switch statement and all will be there, right? So similar to that switch statement. For that when statement, I will give an example. You just take an example of traffic lights. Take an example of traffic lights. The traffic light will be red, but I have three options. In the traffic light when it's in red, we can put in like the conditions will be if it is go or ready to go or stop. I'm having more possible ways. So on that time we are using the when statement. Got it right? That if else statements and the when statement. We are using two statements in the Kotlin programming. Got it or not? Or is my voice is not audible? You guys have simply didn't give any reactions and all. When I want the reactions, you didn't give it. But when I tell you to stop, no, don't give any nonsense reactions and all, you just simply giving the reactions, right? What I am telling you are not doing that one. So the all about the condition is of conditions helps the program think and take a decisions. conditions helps the program to think and take decisions. Like without conditions and all, program will not behave correctly, or it will the output will be different or something, or it will be error. And in the Kotlin, we can use the Boolean expressions also. The Boolean expression, only two expressions, right? True or false. And I hope you are all know how to use this Boolean expression. Should I explain these things also? Boolean expressions. No need, right? No need to explain. Okay. And another one thing is like in keyword. In these conditional topics, like in these conditional code lab, the another one topic is of in keyword. So this keyword where we use this keyword in keyword, like when we check on to that range, when we check on the value of ranges, that value belongs to that the range and all. You can just take in some examples. So that marks will be specifically in between 70 to 90. So here we are giving that values, like we are mentioning that range from 70 to 90 and all. So instead of that, instead of like writing that in the code, we can use that if value is in a specific range, in a specific range. Yes, when we are checking on value in the range, we are using that in keyword. So for using that in keyword, it will makes program to easier to understand. So we are using that in keyword for checking something is inside a range. It will be inside in this range or not. And another one keyword is of is. So we are using this is keyword while checking the variable. Checking the type of variable, we are using this is keyword, is. So just we use this is keyword for something belongs to a certain data type. We are calling the variables and all. This data will belongs to that variable or not. Just example, if you are calling in one function, like calling in one variable, so you are already, and also we are assign that value also. So this value is belongs to this variable or not, it will check. So in that position, we are using that is keyword. Understand, right? This is keyword. So now we are learning that if else statement, when statement, in keyword, is keyword. And in the second code lab, another next topic is of nullability. The next code lab is of nullability. So did anyone tell me that what is null? Mention in the chat what is null. Okay. So many of them are telling like, and another one thing like, you are all know that I am using two meeting links. I am conducting two meetings and all, right? Did you know that one? Right? Give me a thumbs up or not. So you are all know. So in that one meeting links, they are more excited, more active in that meeting. But in another one, they are not excited or not. They are not participating. Only one student is participating. Like for asking that what is null and all, only the Darshan Kumar is answering that one. Why all of, no one is answering those questions? Did you all know? No, didn't know the thing. Now only three of them are answering that questions. Like active in that meeting, answering the questions. These are all considered in the internship. You don't know, these are all monitored. Okay. The null is empty. So many of them are telling me that it is empty. That's correct. The null value, like there is no values. So the null means no value or empty references. Nothing will be assigned in that variables. Nothing will assign. So now I will just giving a definition type. If a variable is declared in a program, you declared one variable, but you didn't give any value to that variable. Variable is declared, but you didn't give any value to that variable. So it may contains to that null. It may contains the null. But but in Kotlin, but in Kotlin, by default only the null value will given. There is no non-nullable thing will like there is no null thing in the Kotlin because by default only the value will be assigned to that variable in the Kotlin. I will tell you later what operators will be used for that while giving the default values and all. But uh, remember this thing like in Kotlin by default only the value will be assigned. There is null thing. There is no null thing in the Kotlin. And another next topics, what is null? It is done. And nullable versus non-nullable. Nullable is nothing. There is no values and all. But non-nullable is like what I'm saying, the default values will be assigned to the assigned, right? So those things are called as a non-nullables. Those things are called as a null-nullables. And also for handling these nulls, like handling these nullables in a safety way. There is on a topic like null safety is there. Null safety means this Kotlin forces the programmer to handle the null values properly. Handling the null values properly, it will forces like it will if it is not safe, if it is the null values is not safe, your program will be crashes. It will be messed up. So how to how can we like what is null safety and how can we use these things and all? What is null safety is a handling that giving the null values properly. So it may prevents that accidental crashes by making the variables. What are the variables we are giving? It will make that variables only by default. It will make it as a non-null values. I'm telling that their default null values will be there. So in the safety, it making that variables only the non-null values. And some handling nullable value variables will be there. Some operators will be there. There are three operators. One is safe call operator and not null assertion, and another one is of Elvis operator. One is safe call operator, and another one is not null assertion, and another one is of Elvis operator. I will send that operator symbols. I will send the operator symbols in the chat. Just give me a second. So I will mention in the chat the symbols. So you can check that one. I'm sending the symbols of those operators. I'm sending the symbols of those operators. You can see the safe call operator, not null assertion, Elvis operator, right? So I will just explain what these operators like will, what's the function they are doing. So first thing is a safe call operator. The safe call operator, like it will checks automatically that value is null or not. It checks this values automatically that value is null or not. If it is not null, the value is not null, it will execute. It will execute the program. Otherwise, if the value is null, like it will return the null without crashing. Like without crashing, it will return that value. There is no value, right? Okay. It returns that null thing, empty. It will not execute that program. The safe call operator, what its function is of, it will check automatically that value, whichever the value we are given, that value is null or not. If it's the value is not null, if the value is not null, it will execute the program. Otherwise, it will return that value. It will return that null thing without crashing your program. Without crashing. Understand, right? The safe call operator. You can in the code lab. They are giving example codes. Example codes they are giving in the code labs. You can go and check on like get an output. Try to get an output with the Kotlin playground. In the Kotlin playground, you can get an output how it runs and all, and go through with those code labs, and you can learn briefly what and all the things like what is the function of these operators and all. You can learn in that by checking on the example. You can learn. Here I am just telling that what's the function and all, why we are using these things. I'm just simply telling those things. Okay. And the another one is of not null assertion. This not null assertion we didn't use much because it slightly dangerous to use. Like it will force us the Kotlin, like it will force the Kotlin programming to treat that value as a non-null. For treating this value means it's already a null value. It's a null, but it will force you to treat that value as a non-null. I will just giving an example like, how can I give an example? Someone is forcing, uh, you are knowing that thing. You just take an example. You just take an example. You have in one water bottle. You have an water bottle. And you know that it is a water bottle, but someone will force you to no, it is not a water bottle. You have to take it as in some other thing. You just treat that one as in some other thing. So here also the same thing will be happen. That Kotlin programming will forces that value for that null value. It will forces you treat it as a non-null. You have to treat it as a non-null. Because you have to run the program right. I'm telling these operators for that handling nullable variables. We are handling the variables. So why for that only we are like it will have like that. So sometimes it will be dangerous to use, or sometimes it will happen the crashes also because there is no value right, but we are treating that value. So that's why we are not using this operator too much. Some cases we are using this thing. So I understand, right? So the last one is of Elvis operator. The last one is of Elvis operator. In the Elvis operator, in the starting of a null topic, I tell you that Kotlin has a default values to do that, right? This LVs operator will give you the default values, default null values to that variable. So what's the function of this LVs operator is like it will provides the default value to that if the variable is null. If the variable is null, it will gives the default values. This is so simple. This LVs operator, it will just providing the values for the variables which is a null. That's why in the Kotlin, this null problem is not there. By default only, it will having the variables. There is nothing in a null thing will be not there in the Kotlin. And these are the three operators we are using for handling this nullability and all. And in the code lapses, other two code lapses will be there. That classes and objects, lambda expressions, and another one topic will be there. In those code labs, you have to go through by your own. If anyone having any doubts regarding these sessions only, regarding these sessions, I already mentioning this thing. Regarding this session only, you can ask. If the like Faiz, I understand what you are saying. Like we can use any other default values and all, right? So There are so many operators there in any other program. You can take any other programs. You can. There are so many operators will be there. But still, sometimes we are using particular one. You can. You just. I will just give an example. Wait a second. We are having the if else statements and when statement. We don't need to. We don't need to use that when statement because we have that if else statement here. You can use that one. Why we are not? Why we use that when statement when we are having many possible ways, like many possible conditions, because it is some simple. It will easier to understand and all, right? So that's why I'm telling this national assertion we are not using every time. We are not, for some cases. For some cases only it will usable. Okay, you are confusing about the not like you are to so many questions about not null assertions, right? I will just take you to that code lab. Just wait a second. Okay, I will share my screen like in the code lab. They are giving some examples for the not null assertions and all. I can check that one. Suddenly, if you are asking. So you can see here they are giving an example of like a favorite actor length and all, whichever they are giving. So you just go through with this code lab. So you will understand more about the not null assertion. Sorry for the misspelling. Not null, assertion. So other than this, any other questions on all? So for today's task is of you have to build a business card app, and you have to complete the session 5. I'm just completing the 2 code labs only. One is the conditionals and one is the nullability. The other 2 also there, and you have to go through with these 2 also. So you have to complete session 5 and complete session 4 also. So you have to build your business card app that is for session 4. Completion of the session 4 is building a business card app. In the session 5, you have to go through with these code labs and learn about these topics, classes, objects, lambda expressions, and all. You have to go through with the code lab to learn these things. Got it right? The task and all. And the other thing is, as I informed yesterday, you have to join at sharp 1 o'clock and inform your friends also if they are joining after 1 or 1:05, they are not admitted into that call. This is the final warning. So you just inform your friends also about this thing. And if anyone that's it, that's it. So no doubts are all right. In the next session, you have to complete it, the session 4 and session 5. In the next session, we are continuing with the session 6. And I will just briefly tell you that what is in the session 6 and all. In that session 6, we are having adding in one button, and that to it have to be work. So for that, we are creating another app and all. So that's why I'm telling you that for today's task, we have to complete it today only. Don't keep it the task for next days and all. And Uday and Mohammed, this is not your WhatsApp chat to discuss everything and all. Keep it as a professional. If you want to asking, or you just take your contacts and all. There are so many platforms to contact. LinkedIn, or your mobile, phone number, WhatsApp, Insta. You are a Gen Z kids, right? Someone told me like Gen Z's activities and all. So use those Gen Z's ideas in there, not here. And take it seriously to complete the task and all. Now we will wind up here. Thank you, one and all. See you on next session at sharp 1 o'clock. Sorry, sharp 1 o'clock. And have a good day.